Hello, everybody. We're going to do something a little different today. I'm Larry Stoll from Pace Turf, and we're going to do a little bit of a review on some Twitter posts that were made last week. We're going to call this Larry's Likes for want of a better title. And I'm just going to show you some of the things I saw on Twitter that I thought were interesting. And so let's take a quick look. The first one I want to refer to is some work that a post by Doug Soldat. And he had noted that there is the application of phosphorus in 2018 is still holding up. And if we look at the photograph, you can see, I think you're able to view this. There's a large P of better performing turf, greener performing turf than the surrounding area. This is in his low phosphorus test areas in Wisconsin. And that shows since 2018, no additional P has been provided, but it looks pretty good. And the surrounding area, I believe, has something less than 7 parts per million melic 3 phosphorus, so it's really low in phosphorus. And if we look where Doug Soldat's at, he's the professor of turfgrass and extension specialist at University of Wisconsin in Madison. So he does a lot of great work on turf grasses and research, which we've talked about him a lot as far as soil fertility is concerned. Another one interesting post, and this series of posts is going to be something you see a lot of this time of year, which people reporting on their results or giving you a look at their results for snow mold applications, mostly on cool season turfs in the northern part of the country. This post is from Adam Van Dyke, and it's just showing that areas where products were ineffective or they were test plots, you can see the snow molds just completely wiped out the foliage in those areas. But where there was effective products, they did a good job and they kept things going very well. And I didn't know a lot about Adam Van Dyke, but he's you can click on his name and find out a little bit more. He didn't put much information in this particular spot, but if we go to his LinkedIn page, and this is what I recommend you do if you're not sure about someone that you're reading about or some of the work that somebody is publishing, and you go to their LinkedIn page, and you find out that he's an owner of turfgrass contract research and consulting business. He's got quite a few credentials. He's got a master's degree in plant science. He's a certified crop advisor and a certified professional agronomist, and he's endorsed by some people that you would recognize. Carl Dannenberger, who just got over COVID-19, Stan Koska from Aquatrolls, Steve McDonald, who's an East Coast researcher. So it's a person that's got some credibility. So a good way to check someone out when you see a post on Twitter is to see if they have a LinkedIn page and what they've been doing. So that gives you an idea of how you can be sure that you're reading the right kind of or good kind of information. Now here's a post from Ian Hamilton, and if we just check see where he's from. He's at Stony Point Garden Golf Club, and we look at what he's showing, and it's, as we've mentioned before, this is basically a knockout trial. So he had a little sprayer skip on the fairway application for snow mold application, and you can see what happened if what it would look like if he hadn't made that application. So it's a great check plot, really valuable information to see that type of work, and it shows how well you're doing. And this is one from Paul Koch, who's a professor also at the University of Wisconsin, Madison, and you see where he's located. And he was just noting some observations in the field at a I'm not sure if this is his facility or not, but this is a combination of both pink and gray snow mold in areas that missed an application or was not applied intentionally, but you can see the amount of damage that you would get if you did not get those snow mold applications down at the right time last fall. In addition to those observations, Maria Tomaso Peterson, which she didn't put a lot of detail on who she is in her tweet. You'd have to follow her up a little bit. I know her personally. She's a great, nice person, great researcher. She's looking at a large patch on zoysia grass. And these are the test plots, and you see the orange outline of the plot, or the corners painted here, and the corner down the bottom. That's the non-treated check. And this is a treatment with fungicide X, or fungicide 10, which is iprodione. 2 applications in the fall provided great control of large patch on zoysia grass at fairway height cut. And that gives you a rough idea of what's going on. I always like to promote certain little videos like this one. Let me just pull this up to the beginning, and it's something satisfying about seeing someone open up a drain line, and you get to see all the gunk come out, and then the water flows great after that. And that was by Trevor Anderson. So there you go. That's a brief look at some of the things that people posted on Twitter that were kind of interesting, and we'll revisit this periodically in the future, see if there's something else that's up there.